Heyo everybody and welcome back to DRG and welcome to a very tired Mark for Death video. This is the third time I'm trying Mark for Death. So, Mark for Death, what does it do? Well, it makes it so that your focus shot doesn't do any damage, and it makes it so that your focus shot also takes 3 ammo instead of 2 ammo, and it gives you a increased focus speed, and it makes it so that that target of the focus fire is highlighted in ping and takes 55% more damage. This highlighted ping makes it so that Bosco auto targets that creature and will stop whatever he's doing to go auto target that creature if you are playing solo. And it's entirely kinda not very good in my opinion. This overclock gets better with how much HP the creature has. So it's a 1000 HP creature. It's could be okay. You could also just focus fire it twice or 3 times, or depending on what its weak point modifier is, just focus fire it a bunch. It takes a very specific kind of enemy to make Mark for Death good. It has to have a low weak point modifier with a lot of HP for it to be good. This qualifies for bulk detonators, because bulk detonators weak points break after a certain while, so the more damage that you do to them, the the better it is. And Glyphid Dreadnoughts is also another one, since they have low weak point modifiers and also just have a billion HP. Wardens, however, are terrible for this, because you could just weak point shoot them twice with a normal M1000, and they're probably dead, or 3 times. I don't actually know how much damage or HP they have. I just know they have above 1000 and a ×3 weak point. Menaces are very close in terms of what it takes to actually kill them with M1000 and with Mark for Death. But usually, whenever I play with Mark for Death, I would rather just have Super Cooling Chamber and a different build, because Super Cooling Chamber does a bunch of damage front-loaded, and I don't have to mess around with anything else like switching weapons or, clicking with Mark for Death, because Mark for Death is a hipster build at the end of the day. It's hipster build. You are not building it for focus shots at all, because no matter what, focus shots are terrible for it. So, in my opinion, what are some ways to buff it? Also, we're not talking about tough enemies too or modded, because Mark for Death gets a lot better whenever you start including tough enemies too, and modded, since, they have more HP and Mark for Death isn't specifically nerfed against them for dreads and bulk detonators. Anyway, continuing on, what would I say would be good for Mark for Death? I think either removing it from the game. Yeah, absolutely. Removing the no damage on focus fire would be a good change. Just have it do base damage, just 55 damage right now, and that would be completely fine. Or they can just make it be 2 ammo instead of the 3 ammo that it is currently. I don't see a point in it. And the other problem that Mark for Death has is that it will always, no matter what, be inferior to Conductive Thermals. Conductive Thermals has a bigger damage, just flat out, it has a bigger damage bonus if you use it against a bug. It is not specifically nerfed on specific things like Glyphid Dreadnought. So, how it works, Mark for Death lasts 8 seconds on normal bugs. If you do a Glyphid Dreadnought or a bulk detonator, it lasts for 4 seconds for really no reason other than they have a lot of HP and it would be better against them. They just decided to nerf it because they felt like it. And then you look at Core Stone, you look at the Betsy encounter, you look at Omen Tower. Those things, not specifically nerfed. They still have a lot of HP. They also have phases, also Core Lock. They also have phases which stops you from doing damage from them. You know what also has phases that stops you from doing damage? Glyphid Dreadnoughts. Why is it specifically nerfed? Conductive Thermals isn't nerfed. Anyway, I'm on a soapbox, who cares? Anyway, Mark for Death will always be terrible compared to Conductive Thermals, since Conductive Thermals can just do more damage and also works a lot better. Anyway, continuing on, this is the build that we're taking. We're also going to be taking double barrel, and I'm also going to be doing 2 missions today. We're going to be doing one where I am solo, and another where I'm playing with a bunch of people, so let's hope they're not cringe. So I have picked a 5 crystal deep scan mission to go on because it is my assignment mission. I have 2 classes currently ready for promotion. I need to get them out of the way real quick before I can make videos on them. I could just go into sandbox utilities and just complete the assignments and go pay for it, but that's kind of cringe and I don't want to. Anyway, we are also in Hollow Bow, which everybody doesn't like Hollow Bow for whatever reason. I feel like it's one of the worst biomes in the game because it has glyphid eggs, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Pardon me, dude. I'm gonna die to you, actually. Never mind, you're dead. A lot of thing. That is an extra mule, too. The most likely targets you're gonna be using Mark for Death on are gonna be Praetorians and Oppressors, since they guaranteed show up on every single mission. I think I'm just going to throw a IFG at this target and just call it good, because I think it's just going to take like a bunch of damage regardless. I don't know if that actually killed anything on it. Hey, Bosco, can you deal with that guy? Now, Mark for Death does have a unique interaction with solo play, since I can just ping a target with my actual gun and have Bosco target it. No, Bosco's not doing that much damage anyway, but it still needs to be considered. Hello. Yeah, get out of here. I'm surprised that didn't stun you. What the hell is that? Okay, where did that mule go? Muley, I need you to go away. What the hell is going on here? Hey, look, the clear definition of size difference, dude. There is a size difference that goes on in MCR, and we just saw it perfectly with 2 Praetorians next to each other. Does that make Mark for Death better? Oh, absolutely, because that larger Praetorian had a lot more HP. Did it matter? No. Because that Praetorian had a lot more HP. God, I hate Hollow Bow on MCR. MCR makes it so that if you hit a creature that can take damage, your flare, with your flare gun, it consumes the flare to do fire damage to the target. Would I rather that not exist? Oh, absolutely I would rather that not freaking exist, because it's kind of cringe. The other thing that I would rather not exist is that guy right there. Can we... I didn't even hear him do that, but hopefully Bosco can deal with him. Bosco is absolutely not dealing with him, but it doesn't really matter. Bosco, can you just freeze him? Thank you. Probably one of the reasons why I don't like Mark for Death as much as other people is it is a basic focus shots build, or not focus shots build, normal hipster build where you're clicking a lot. And I personally don't like those builds. I am one person who made Hipster into a focus fire machine, and I will not look back on that thing because A, I think that's the best way to build at Hipster, in my own opinion, because my own opinion is based on my own merits and likes. Oh, why is it always Glyphid Swarmers? I wish there was a mod to disable special swarms, and by special swarms, I mean specifically Glyphid Swarmers, because Glyphid Swarmers are the worst swarm, in my opinion. Does my opinion really matter? Not really. Especially whenever it comes to this game, since I'm just one person out of a lot, and I have very weird ways of playing this game. Because I've been playing this game for so long and my habits have just been formed into, like, actual code in my brain. What the fuck is happening here? Why is there Tri-Jaws? Just get out of here. I'm gonna play this game like Hipster real quick. Just to get rid of... Okay, listen, man. Can Bosco actually help me for some reason? Like, I know, Bosco, you're trying to do other things, but man... Are you terrible at these different things? Anyway, welcome to hell. Goodbye. That's one of my favorite things about double barrel, is it doesn't matter how you aim at a septic spreader. The septic spreader just dies, just explodes into nothingness, just based on you looking at them. Hey, look, it's the Yuletide Elf, and hey, guess what? I missed the Yuletide Elf. Because it has a lot of HP and doesn't have a weakness, which means I probably needed to use one more shot if I didn't have Mark for Death. I would prefer to use one more shot to not have Mark for Death. Oh my god. How did I not take lob damage from that? Like, seriously, I just dodged it perfectly, excuse me? You know, this wasn't the best idea, to just ignore the swarm when you very clearly saw that there was some Tri-Jaws. Not my best idea, but definitely an idea that I had. Oh, wonderful. A bunch of Glyphid Grunts. What? Why are we getting so many special swarms, dude? What? Glyphid Grunts is also not good for Mark for Death. If you give me the Praetorian Swarm, that way Mark for Death will actually be good. Unfortunately, I just am playing with if I don't use Mark for Death, what does it do? I don't think it does anything. I think it literally just reduces your mag size and that's it. So, relatively nothing, but I'm just going to be doing this. This is how the swarm will play out. It's just I am going to be clicking double barrel at things, and then maybe dying to all the grunts that are coming in from behind. I need a little... Thank you. I need a little bit of nitra. Or not nitra. I need a little bit of that. And you know what? We'll play with Mark for Death. There you go. We're playing with Mark for Death. How does it feel? Feels like I will just get a lot better just by doing that twice. And now I can't see any of the bugs because there's way too many bodies for me to actually look at the swarm correctly. It just doesn't feel good to normally click the bugs, dude. I know that's just me. Most people would probably feel like Mark for Death or, you know, base M1 would be very poggies, and I just don't like it, dude. And I know that is my own preferences. That didn't hit that one in the mouth, huh? Can I interest you in not being alive anymore? Here, have another IFG, since I don't have pharaohs to really do anything about it. Why is there a swarmer here? Can I help you? That is a tiny slasher, dude. You saw that slasher? He was absolutely tiny. I didn't see him until he attacked me, dude. Of course, I did just, like, literally turn around to look at him right then. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Hey, Bosco, can you make my life a lot easier by freezing all the bugs, dude? Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Alright, well, we are out of IFGs, which means we still have the rest of the swarm to deal with. Means we are going to rocket the rest of the bugs and try and kill them. Don't die to some random fucking grunts. Thank you. At least die to something cool as Scout, like, you know, falling to your death. That would be real cool. Instead, we still have a bunch of grunts to deal with, because of course it gives me a... Just start clicking at them. Of course it gives me a grunt swarm and a swarmer swarm, some of the worst swarms that Scout can ever fight. Now, a lot of my bias against Mark for Death comes from probably the way that I grew up playing PC games, which is having an absolutely tiny mouse space, because I've seen how other people play FPS games, and they, like, move their entire forearm to aim at something, and then when they really want to get precise movements, they start moving their actual fingers, or, you know, their wrist in some cases. I've always grown up using my wrist and my fingers. That is literally it. There is no other way I grew up playing video games. Thank you, I'm so glad. I'm recharging. You want to be very clear on what the hell is happening there. Also, I should have probably grabbed two resupplies whenever I was at the resupply, but it doesn't really matter. We're playing with drunk mission control, which means resupplies are... Where did that shot go that was supposed to be? Just... I would get much better results if I just started clicking at things instead of waiting to actually try to aim. Alright, you know what? Get out of here. Yes, I just spent 5 bullets on that thing whenever I could have just spent 2, but I wanted to stun it. So something that happened recently with the cats is they have been really interested in the area around the intake for the HVAC system. And I've been wondering why they're so interested in that for a while now. Well, about an hour after they got really interested in that, I found out why they were. I walked, because they were both there. Usually it was only Mr., but they were both over there, so I just had to walk over and be like, hey, what the hell's going on over here? And then I see, on the DVD case that's leaned up against the wall, I see little fucking paws show up on there and then quickly, like, disappear down there. So, it's a mouse. It's not a rat, it's a little tiny little baby mouse. It's, like, really, really small. I don't know if it's an actual baby or if it's a... I didn't want to get grabbed by that guy, but I didn't know where he actually was. He also missed, so... He's also entirely dead, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, a little tiny... Can we talk about how much I just missed there? Like, seriously? Hey, look, a thing that I can actually mark for death, and... murder exclusively. And then a... How did I not kill him there? Get me out of here, dude! Absolutely get me the hell out. And now I'm out of ammo for my IFGs, which means I need to take the... I don't know how the hell he missed, but he did. You know what? Get light on fire. Get lit on fire. Where are my... Oh, I hate whatever the hell is happening here. Can I land on you? Thank you. I keep thinking that there should be 2 more shots in here, but I know that is just the fallacy of I'm playing with Mark for Death. Is that a stingtail? Anyway, so what happened after I saw the mouse is I moved the little DVD case that it was hiding behind, and it was... well, first I actually got an oven mitt, and then I moved the DVD case that was hiding behind. And yeah, it just didn't try to run away. It literally just sat there and existed while it was surrounded by 2 cats that absolutely were interested in it. So I grabbed it with the oven mitt, and then I let Pepper sniff it a little bit, because, you know, why not let Pepper sniff it a little bit? It is a mouse, and she jumped back whenever it looked at her. But she was 100% in cat mode, so she would have killed the hell out of that thing, or at least played with it until it died, if I allowed it to run free. And also, I wasn't going to have that happen. So what happened with it was, I took it outside and chunked that motherfucker. Like, I chunked that guy over the fence, and if he died outside, or it, you know, don't really know what it is, but if it died outside on impact, I wouldn't care. It's a freaking mouse. They're kind of an invasive species, and also it's cold outside, so baby let's put the sweater on together, or whatever the hell that song is. So, I don't care if it died on impact or whatever have you, because it's a mouse, and I just didn't want it dying inside, really is what it is. So what happened to... So this is the, what, third time I'm recording this? So the first time, I wasn't recording, so I was literally just talking to myself. The second time, I got interrupted in mid moment. Mid-recording by my brother coming home, because I thought he was going to be home at like 2, whenever he was actually home at around 10:45. Which is fine, but it took me like 2 hours to get into that, and I was 10 minutes into the recording. And then I died in 2 very embarrassing ways, and by very embarrassing ways I mean literally not my fault ever. Because I was moving across Hollow Bow, because it was another freaking Hollow Bow mission, and I was moving across it, and the acorn, you can walk across acorns and the tumbleweeds every once in a while in this mission, an acorn killed me. And then, I was walking, I looked back at the footage, and just, you're dead, is how it felt like. It was like I walked over an acorn, only I didn't walk over an acorn. It just threw me forward and killed me. And then the last death on that was also mildly embarrassing, where I grappled to a certain location. Turns out it's a drop pod hole, and I fall down the drop pod hole and die. So, dead 3 times to gravity, and I just said, you know what? Nobody gets to see that. Man, I was really hoping I didn't have to go through this entire cave with another swarm. Where is this? Further down? So that means it just has to be up this way and down this way. Let's hope I can actually get this together real quick. What a awful fucking room, dude! Can I have a little bit of a HP? Thank you. Alright, let's go. That was 2 slashers and 2 tri-jaws. I'm out of... Yeah, this is why you should always get 2 resupplies, isn't it? Well, at least we know where we're going once we get back from this swarm. And, man, what I should do... I should call an auto-sentry so I don't really have to deal with any of the bugs. Because, A, this is only part of the video, not the entire part. How did you not grab me, brother? Also, you're, like, super dead. Why did the auto-sentry land there? Please tell me you can still fucking fire. I think that's actually where I ordered the auto-sentry. It's just, like, it takes a second for it to land. But now it's just the auto-sentry is not having fun. Also, the septic spreader's not having fun. Because it keeps being dead. Okay. Oh my god. Excuse the hell out of me. But mister, you need to die. Get armor broken, and then that. I'm not actually too sure if it mattered if I marked for death. Also, it's already overheated. Lord. Auto sentries are okay. I just want it to light everything on fire, dude. I don't want the bugs to walk around the IFG, but I have kind of put the IFG in the way where they can. What the hell is this? Oh, it's Tritolite. That's what it is. I was just like, what the... Why is it making that noise? Also, I can't drop down this resupply. Alright. Mark for Death is in that weird scenario where it manages to consume your focus fire. So that way, it's contending with all of the hipster, or the focus fire builds, i.e. electric focus shots, and... active stability system. And it's also contending with Hipster in the fact that it is a hipster build where you're going to be mainly hip firing with it. And I think a lot of people would just rather take active stability system, or they would rather take... Where the hell are you going? Or they would rather take the other one, the hipster. Oh my god. Can I fucking help you? Alright, let's hope this is possible. I wonder if Bosco can grab these now. I highly doubt it. I think we are just in shit territory. Because we're scout on Tritolite, where I can't really do the Tritolite. Because I need, like, Pharaohs or something to distract the bugs during this point. But, if I do get a good molly, I think I can just toss it up here. I'm gonna have to catch up myself. Good job on me hitting a thing. So let's try catching this thing. I haven't tried this stunt a lot because I don't care about it. I think it's a lot. I'm not tossing it up enough. Anyway, I guess we're just gonna be chilling out while Tritolite's happening and fighting next to this thing. So I wonder how are the wife and kids doing? Probably well. Probably well. Where the fuck are these resupplies landing, dude? It's drunk mission control. I just realized where these resupplies are landing. They're landing in not the correct area, and that also counts for auto guns or whatever they're called, auto sentries. That's why they're so off, dude. That's awful. I hate it. Alright, so we are doing the last bit of this mission. Until we do I have spiraling drill elevator on? Of course I don't. Until we do the co-op section of this mission, or this video. And this shouldn't be too bad. I do have Mark for Death to tell Bosco... Oh my god, why did it break down here, of all places? That's not good. Hey, Bosco... Thank you. The problem with being at Mark for Death is that I don't have any good solutions for anything. I just have okay solutions for everything. There's stalkers on this mission?! Dude, I don't know where those stalkers are. I really, certainly don't want it to be next to me. I think there is a stalker next to me. I think he's chasing me. I think we're playing Ring Around the Rosie, or at least I really hope we're playing Ring Around the Rosie. This is going about as well as you could ever imagine for ignoring the ever-living fuck out of some swarms. Did one just break down? No, we need this to get going. Oh my god, help. This is going well. Fantastically well. What problems will you ever have with this? Definitely not like a billion fucking swarmers, since I don't have anything to deal with swarmers. I need to throw this on the ground so that bugs can't touch me. And I need to maintain everything. If we run out of IFGs, I'm pretty sure we're fucked. Which is, you know, the normal thing that happens. Toss that onto the ground and then just start waylaying into bugs and killing the actual goo bomber who's causing a lot of problems for you. We have 2 IFGs left. Oh. Okay, maybe we can hold off on doing this IFG. And by maybe hold off, I mean, as soon as my shields break, I probably pop the IFG. What happened to the Glyphid Stalker? Because I certainly have no idea what actually happened to that Glyphid Stalker. Also, if we break, we probably just die. Can we see the Glyphid Stalker at all? No, he's just somewhere, possibly. Never to be existed in this place in the first place. Alright, well that was awful. I don't think anybody recommends doing a doing a deep scan mission nowadays. Anyway, let's get a auto sentry down here. And a supply pod, please. Dude, where the hell did that... You've got to be kidding me. The auto sentry landed up there? Drunk mission control, I hate you. What am I dealing with? What am I doing with these? I don't have a resupply, because the resupply also landed up there. The resupply actually just landed in bumfuck nowhere. Get me the hell out of here. Just become the Doomslayer. Just fucking kill all the bugs in Iron Will mode. Nothing matters. Thank you, Drunk Mission Control, for being an asshole. Like, that's a hilarious place for him to put the... Sentry gun. Oh, of course there's swarmers. How... Get me out of here. I don't want to be anywhere near that. Alright, so I have chosen a elimination mission, kill 2 dreadnoughts. Yes, it is Hazard 4. I don't want to wait forever for somebody to open up a Hazard 5 game, or for me to actually open up a Hazard 5 game as well. I already waited long enough because the first mission that I saw for elimination was a... what is it called? A critical weakness mission, which is not very fun. So, what did Driller bring today? If he brought goo, then we are vindicated in bringing Mark for Death, but if he brought flamethrower or cryo cannon, we should have brought, what is it? Conductive Thermals, because Conductive Thermals works a lot better with those two. I also brought Trifork Volley to work with Mark for Death, because, you know, might as well try and get the most value out of it. Even though that the base Glyphid Dreadnought is resistant to pierce damage. I don't know if the other two are, but I will just assume that they are. And he brought Flamethrowers, so I should have brought Conductive Thermals. What a wonderful time. That would make his life a lot better and my life a lot better. Instead, I have Mark for Death, which just gets a lower total value to it, since it... I believe it removes the Glyphid Dreadnought's resistance to fire damage and just replaces it with weakness. But I have no idea about that. Do not quote me on that. Please, absolutely, just play this game for fun, dude. So, what's the best mission for Mark for Death, then? If Conductive Thermals just overpowers the hell out of Mark for Death in Elimination mission, what the hell do you bring, then? Well, very simply, I think you don't bring anything. I think you just... I need to shoot a taser at this guy, actually, and I fucking missed the taser. Okay, now Mark for Death him, switch to this, and now we dealt damage. Look at that. He's already in his second phase. Alright, ping that guy. What did Gunner bring, actually? Let's see what Gunner brought. Gunner brought composite drums, microflush. What a fucking thing to bring on an elimination mission of all things. Did I just get hit by a C4? What the hell did I get hit by? Oh yeah, the 4 seconds absolutely nerfing the hell out of me, but it's fine. Don't worry about that. I can't fire 2 Trifork volleys in the time it takes for Mark for Death to wear off. That is absolutely insane. So I'm just barely... Okay, so we need this on taser bolts. And I need to shoot the taser bolt. Where did he spawn? Need to do this, shoot the taser bolt, switch to that, hit him in the mouth. I missed. I don't know why he didn't take damage. Never mind, he's dead. I was looking at the armor list. Let me just... I don't know where he is. He's up a resupply hole is where he is. Yeah, he's up Gunner's resupply hole. I believe Driller is of the firm believer that we are just doing the primary objective and then getting the hell out of here, which I am completely fine with. I will desperately try to do the secondary objective, but I might be... God, that ping, dude. That absolute ping. Alright, get that. That's horrifying. I don't want to be anywhere near anything. Get this guy out of here, and then... Something happened to Gunner. Gunner is dead. Poor guy. Absolutely styled on. That is an actual full-on wave, and I'm about to... I'm the only one left. And that means I'm about to be killed via a fucking thing. Alright. Get out of here. Get out of here. Please get him up. The fucking... Why are you in a hole, dude? Oh my god. Jesus Christ, dude. The Stalker absolutely styling on everybody. Even though that we could both fully, clearly hear them. Stalker is a good contender for the Mark for Death being good, since it lasts through its, if you don't kill it... If you don't manage to kill the Stalker while it's Mark for Death, the Mark for Death does last through the, like, invulnerability time whenever it burrows down and then unburrows. Can I recommend you being alive, please? Thank you. Alright, well, it's Hive Guard, which means the Mark for Death doesn't really do anything. Because it is mostly immune, and we are dealing with Glyphid Sentinels most of the time, where Glyphid Sentinels just have a... I think they have a ×2 weakness, or they have a ×3 weakness when hitting them from the... when giving them good old-fashioned back shots, dude. So Mark for Death really doesn't do anything there. And then Mark for Death doesn't really do anything with the actual Hive Guard. Okay, okay. I'm gonna toss this down on the ground just to... Can you fucking... Thank you. I didn't even Mark for Death up. God bless, dude. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Oh, that's nice. What you get for wrongly jumping around. Okay, can I get this red sugar without dying? Yes. Okay, wonderful. Well, we're gonna find out if Mark for Death can hit it through armor. It actually can! What a fantastic thing that can happen. Now, the big problem is that I didn't get full damage out. I need to power attack this guy. Still not covered, huh? And everybody is fucking dead. Alright, Hive Guard. Come here, let a driller see for you if they want. Actually, what is the other driller? Are they both... Or no, there's two gunners is what there is. Okay, do I have this correctly set up? I now do. So we need to Mark for Death it, do that, flip around, and hit that, even though that it didn't really matter. Okay, sure. Now, Driller's probably gonna hit the button, and I'm gonna have to scramble for the... Where's the elf? So, in this mission, did Conductive Thermals provide a better bonus than Mark for Death could ever? So we're done with this mission, and I have to ask, what did Mark for Death do that Conductive Thermals didn't? I mean, it's M1, so at minimum one-shotting grunts. What else did it do? Well, it would have... It worked with the gunners better, I guess. But also, I would have an actual build. I would have jumbo rounds fire. to deal with it. That is a Glyphitorian. That Glyphitorian is also super fucking dead. I don't know, man. Mark for Death is one of the weird ones where it's better in co-op play, which I don't really play more of co-op. I am fucking blocked. Can I help both of you? Where I don't really play that much co-op play, and I also don't play very many, like, tough bugs, modded hazards, anywhere it's also good, where I just think, also, look at that! Engineer buff, or gunner buff. If I take some fall damage, my shields will immediately begin recharging. I'm sorry, but I thought the gunner just threw 2 shields at once, but no, that was both gunners throwing a shield. Anyway, Mark for Death isn't very good.